Welcome to another video. Today in crafting, we're building ourselves a fortress. Now what I did is over the past time, I actually took the time to fill in some of the spots so you just don't get bored watching me stick a bunch of stones in. I did it purposely so things are a little easier to deal with. And just checking the sky here, everything looks good. Sun is going down, so what we're going to do is the reason I put a bed in here, as soon as that sun goes down, I'm going to switch it back to daylight mode. It's a little trick I learned and I taught you people. So this way we can see more and fly more. And you can see what I've done here. I filled in all the stone, which would have taken about 35 minutes. I don't think you wanted to sit through me there just laying blocks in. I added some things to this so we can start building this fortress. So as soon as the sun goes down and the sun comes up, which we're going to do instantly, I'm going to start showing you what the pattern I put in, and we're going to try to build some of it together. All right, almost down. Someone in one of the comments asked me if I can put this in as a castle. It's a good idea, so I'm going to try it. I originally was just going to build a fortified wall and put a city in the middle of it, but a castle? It's a lot more work, takes a lot more time, but it's worth a shot. You have any crazy ideas like that? Just tell me. Makes it more fun to attempt them. Yep, there we go. Going into daylight mode real quick. This is a trick you should always use when you're in construction or building or whatever you're doing. You want to stay in daylight mode. It's a good way to do it. And now we're going to go up and take a look. Now, I added 2 towers that are going to go there. I try to keep them symmetrical because they're easier to build. We got 2 more towers going on this side. Not sure if I'll put a third. We're going to have another tower here. An idea how big this place really is going to be. And there's another tower that's going to come up here. The other thing we got to do is we got to clear out a space here to keep the land creatures from getting over here. Once I open up it into non-safety mode, which it's in safety mode now, just for the point that we don't have to worry about anything attacking us. So I have to cut out 2 sections here and make it a little bit more safer. So we'll try doing both of these in part. So let's see where we're going to start. Here's a column here. Let's put this one up. And then we're going to do some cutouts. Yeah, this is being built in bedrock, so it's going to be strong as anything. Go up a little bit. And we do fast building. Okay, we'll go up one more high. This thing's going to be higher than the building itself by a bit. So you can only go up in stages so you can make it easier to build. If you try to do it all at one time, it gets very difficult. It can take a lot longer. You do it in stages, you can at least see what you're doing and how it's going up. Try to pick a symmetrical pattern. It's very hard in here to get circles. So in Minetest, circles are easier to make because we got more objectable items that we can build into them. Mineclonia actually makes it harder to build circles. You get an idea, we're going up. And I'm going to put these things in mostly when you're not on the line, so this way you don't have to sit here and get bored through it, because one comment was mentioned to me that the videos were getting boring. So I'm trying to listen to what you people say and keep it not boring for you. And so here we go. We're going up. This is already getting high, and it's gonna get high. Now, whether we make these accessible or not, that's to be seen. We're going to do some ground cut out next. Now, there's a couple of ways you can cut the ground out. You can use dynamite, which works good if you have nothing being built right away. If you are building something, you don't want to use dynamite because the particles from the explosion will fly into what you're building and destroy it. So, if I planned ahead for it properly, then it would be a lot easier, put it that way. Let's go see what this tower is looking like, and there's going to be a few of them. Look at that, going up. Probably go up another 2 sections, 1 or 2 sections on it. Cap it off. Now we're going to come down, I think right here would be good. Or here, here's better, it's easier. So we're going to go down. Going to switch to multi-block cutting tool. And you can see how we're going to start cutting this out and get the ocean to come in. Now, in one of my other video sets, I have an idea of building an ocean city, which may have an underwater city put in. They're not easy to do either. So we won't do them here. Not yet. Right now we're going to concentrate on what we're building. Now here I want to go down a little more. So we drop down. You can see we're cutting out underwater. Makes it deeper, a little harder for things to get in here. Going down 2 layers seems to be pretty good, so that's what we're going to do. The mod name to get the multi-cutting tool is called Hammered. So if you see it in the mod collection, you can actually load it up and allow you to cut multiple blocks out at a time. They had some in there called add more blocks. The only problem is half of them don't work. It only causes problems in the game itself. So I would advise not to use them. The water's deeper, it's harder for things to cross the water. If the water is shallow, it makes it easier for creatures to walk over. I think we'll go down a little more. And when I'm on here the next time, I will make sure that you see how it's all completed out. We're probably going to put a wall around it of some sort. So this way, it's very well protected. See the way that's going. I'm going to probably have to add water in here to fill it as well, to make it a little bit more functional. I'm getting down to the solid rock down there. That's gray stone. That's strong stuff. Let's try going this way. You see how this works? It works pretty cool. So if you're using these cutting tools, just make sure you have your ideas set. figure everything out in advance if you can. If you can't, then sometimes it's better just to fly by the seat of your pants. You actually can do way better. Some of my best designs came flying by the seat of my pants, not even thinking of what I'm going to put in. I find it sometimes more fun, so it's a bit of advice. I'm probably going to widen this whole thing out going this way. I think that would look better. Be more functional too. It's not only about strength, it's about function and design. Again, I'm a gamer that designs. I don't just make it for fortresses, and I don't just play the games. I like building in them. If you're playing the game, these ideas actually work for you. Makes things a little simpler. And look how that's coming out. So that's how nice that's going. We're going to have an open waterway here. Could square it off later on. Right now the idea is just getting it cut. And that looks pretty good already. Yeah, so. Castles are interesting, so I know a few people have built a few monstrosities. It's very time consuming, so we'll see how we do. I'll try to do most of them a little bit in advance so you don't get bored watching all this get done. So, again, let me know in the comments what you think. I'll be more than happy to attempt things to make it easier for you, so make it more fun. Look at all the fish in here. Wow, we got fish everywhere. So what do you think? Cut it a little wider? Maybe just a little. Now, the one thing about water is ocean water, most of it automatically feeds in, but not all of it. That's the funny thing about water. When you're using source water, you can actually fill up an entire valley in a matter of minutes, and I will show you how to use source water in the game. It can also be very destructive. If you want to destroy something, flood the valley. It completely destroys everything in the valley. It looks like a pretty good waterway. Might be a little accessible here, so we're going to take it out this way. Sun's going down. It's going to get dark in a couple of minutes. Which looks like we look pretty good. So next time we get in here, I'm actually going to work on the rest of the towers. And then we figure out how we're going to connect them up. What I might do is put some little inner pieces in between here to give it a little more look. But take a slurp up, see what we look like. That looks pretty good, pretty cool. We got our one waterway, we got to make one on the other side. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy what I'm doing. I do listen to you people, so be happy to put more questions, more ideas out there. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Hit me a like, hit me a subscribe. Till the next one.